In 1998, I ran for the U.S. House of Representatives, and I ran in a primarily Democrat district, and there was not much chance that I was going to win, but I was going to give it my best. And I ran in a primary against a man named Bud Walker. I ran in the general against the incumbent named Maurice Hinchey. Well, the Republican Party evidently did not take kindly to people who really believe in pro-life running for office. And I raised over $1 million in that race. I had a staff of nearly 50 people, if you include the phone bank. And we were climbing in the polls. We were doing really well, and I was ahead of my Republican primary challenger. And I had a lot of money, and he didn't have much money. So Governor Pataki of New York, Governor Weld of Massachusetts, Governor Christie Todd Whitman of New Jersey, and Governor Wilson of California, all of them Republicans. I repeat, all of them Republicans, all of them supporters of baby killing. They created what they called the Republican Leadership Committee. And they proceeded to raise a significant sum of money. I don't know if it was $250,000 or $500,000. Meanwhile, Maurice Hinchey had people like Barbara Streisand and Robert Redford writing fundraising letters for him against me, decrying me as a potential House member, as a pro-life Republican. So you've got Maurice Hinchey, Democrat, over here, getting Hollywood big shots to help raise money. And then you've got the Republican establishment, 4 sitting governors of some of the largest states in the union, banding together to throttle me. And throttle me they did. Oh my goodness. They sent out, for example, a mailing piece. Now that went to every single voter in the district that could vote in the primary. And it was a picture of me getting arrested, because I'd been arrested in pro-life activity, standing next to the Oklahoma City bombing. Now you might remember that the Timothy McVeigh blew up a building. Over 200 people, if my memory is correct, were killed in that horrific, murderous act. So what do I have to do with it? Nothing. Nothing at all. But they wanted to say to the voter that I, as an advocate for the lives of innocent babies, that I was the equivalent of Timothy McVeigh and an Oklahoma City bomber. Now this was obviously an evil, sinister, damnable lie. Oh my goodness, that's what Jesus said. Blessed are you when men hate you, revile you, say all manner of evil against you falsely. Okay, this was evil that was false. But because of federal campaign laws, it's almost impossible to get somebody on slander in a federal campaign because of the First Amendment free speech. So they sent out this mailing. And then they started running TV ads against me that were similar to that throughout the district, just pummeling me, saying that I was a lawbreaker, saying that I advocated people not paying their taxes. I can't even remember some of the stuff they said. But the attack was so severe, it was a 23-day blitz, 23 days away from the primary. The rain of fire on my head began. And I dropped close to 2 points a day in the polls. It was unbelievable. I went from being ahead, double digits ahead in the primary, to losing the primary on election day, something like 60-40 or 61-39. Mind you, these were Republicans, establishment Republicans who raised money from Republicans to break the back of a fellow Republican because they would rather have a baby-killing Maurice Hinchey in office than have a true pro-life, right-to-lifer in office as a Republican. And it was a bitter pill. It was tough. Now, I give you these 2 illustrations because on the one hand, you can put your name out there and not spend much time and effort and still be a voice. You could try with all your heart to win, and you might win, but you also might find yourself getting throttled. I tell you these stories just so that you can count the cost. I'll be right back and tell you about 3 more races that I had.